First league today, we're playing out some Sneak Attack. Sneak and Show, rather. It's my first time ever playing this deck. This is one of the two lists that got to the finals of the Legacy Challenge last weekend. So that's pretty exciting. This seems fine. We just have to dig for a Show and Tell or Sneak Attack, right? Seems entirely reasonable. Oh, cool. That's good to hear, Mac. I'm just gonna get an island here. I don't want them wasting me off blue mana. And then I can Preordain, save the Brainstorms for later. I guess there could be an argument for Brainstorming first, because then I can Preordain away one of the cards I leave on top. But I kinda want to like dig for a Show and Tell. Or we can dig for a fetch land for the Brainstorms too. Like, either of those seem reasonable. I might actually keep a Force, to be honest. Just as like protection for our combo, or stop us getting comboed. I think that's reasonable. Yeah, this is opposition research, Heather. I would be surprised if I play this deck at the PT, but I think there's just a lot of value in me getting games in with decks to understand what it's like playing from their side. Because I've never played this deck before, and obviously when you play against it, it feels like they always have it. I feel like this might give me a more reasonable outlook on the games. Interesting. Oh, at least we have some Brainstorms. Keep this going. I guess if they're on Storm, there's value in hiding one Force to play around Therapy. That makes sense. I can hide a Force and a Brainstorm, and that way I can play around Therapy. It does mean I'm going to have to Brainstorm to pick up the Force if I want to pitch Force to Force for whatever reason. This is probably fine regardless though. Guess I put those back in the wrong order. I should have the Brainstorm on top, because then I draw the Brainstorm next turn if this gets dazed or whatever. It seems unlikely though. I'm not really planning on casting this Brainstorm unless I have to counter something. Okay, we're against Grixis Delver. Interesting. The new world of Grixis Delver. Gone. Deathrite is gone. Welcome, Bomat Courier. Do I have a favourite deck in the new Legacy? Not yet. I'm still kind of experimenting to find what I like. Death and Daxes was like fine, but pretty unexciting. Hey, we can sneak them, right? We can sneak them this turn. Mono white stacks Geddon, that's always my favourite deck. So how do we do this? We can hide the Brainstorm on top, and we hide a Critter underneath. So yes, I'd rather sneak in Griselbrand. I wouldn't mind just like getting rid of all their permanents first, and then like Griselbranding them next turn. The problem is we don't have a red source, right? So we need the Griselbrand to find us a red source so we can sneak in Emrakul next turn. And we've already used up 2 Lotus Petals, so we can't try and like draw into a Lotus Petal. So I guess I leave the Griselbrand on top. Alright. It's nice that they can't really daze this. They can daze to get rid of the Lotus Petal, but we still get to stick the sneak attack if they don't have another force or like double daze. Sick. Opponents on the new Grixis Delver list, Kiki. Grixis Delver's now running Bomat Couriers instead of Death Rites, which is kind of wild. Alright, we need to find a red source to get the Emrakul in, but I think to get the Griselbrand in, but getting this Emrakul in is just going to buy us so much time. I don't really care about that delay. Oh, we just shuffled them away because I'm really stupid. Alright, alright. I remembered how magic works. We still buy ourselves infinite time here though. Just like, get rid of all their stuff. Naturally draw a red source plus Griselbrand. Easy life. That was maybe not optimally played, but doesn't matter. Skill and show. That was almost certainly not optimally played. But skill and show gets you there. What are we doing against Grixis Delver? Defense grids, Boseiju, Pyroclasms. These all seem interesting to me. Omniscience seems unnecessary. I think just getting a threat in is always just going to be good enough. Beyond that, I don't know if I want any of these others. Abrade seems pretty unnecessary. They don't really have like hate creatures. We could just like Abrade a Delver to buy lots of time though. Maybe that's still legit. Especially on the draw. I think Blood Moon is probably not great. I know when I played old Grixis Delver, I wasn't really scared of Blood Moon, and like losing Death Right changes that equation slightly, but not a huge amount. Like they still just get their threats on board first, and you spend a whole turn deploying Blood Moon rather than presenting threats or interacting. I don't know. Yeah, we're the unfair player today, Rebel. I'm not really used to it, but it's kind of fun. It's kind of fun. I think we want all the mana, because we want to be able to play through dazes. Was my intuition. I guess we are bringing in a Boseiju. Boseiju could just replace a mana source. Maybe that's realistic. We're also just slowing down, right, with Pyroclasms and Abrades. Yeah, I think it's fair to like cut a Lotus Petal when we're slowing down with this stuff. Maybe we can even just cut 2. And trim a threat so that we don't flood on them when they're like using interaction. Let's try this. I'm not really sure what I'm doing, I'm very new to this deck, but this feels like an okay approach. Sure. We've got like cantrips to smooth things out. This is really mana heavy, but it doesn't care about Wasteland, which is nice. Maybe this is a mulligan though. We are nowhere close to comboing. Yeah, I think this is fine. I agree. It's not great, but the fact that we don't care about Wasteland with this hand particularly is an upside. Honestly, Sneak and Show's pretty good against Wasteland in general, but Skill and Show does it again. Immediately gets one half of the combo. Of course, of course. Well, if we ponder first, then we have the option of preordaining away one of the things that's left on top. Does that kind of make sense? This deck is so... This is upsetting. Jesus. Alright. Guess I'm drawing both of these. Okay, and then I can... This is so stupid. This is like... Okay, they've had to replace Cabal Therapy with Thoughtseize, I guess. Because of therapy, because of Probe going. I think... I don't know that I can fight over this. Don't know that I want to. I'm on like 20. I've got lots of time to rebuild, right? Okay, I'm just gonna let this resolve. Luckily they don't know about the Clasm that's on top. It might have been a mistake to draw the Sneak Attack instead of the Clasm. I was thinking like the absence of Therapy in their list now. Or I was thinking rather that like Therapy's much less good at hitting than it used to be. So I wasn't too scared about them Therapying Sneak Attack, but replacing Therapy with Thoughtseize just makes a lot of sense with that in mind. Or like some number, like obviously Therapies still work great with Young Pyromancer, but I would like to preordain away this Emrakul before I draw it. So I think I'm just going to prioritize that. I don't really want them dazing this, so I'm going to play the Ancient Tomb first, since I'm happier having the Ancient Tomb wasted than the Volcanic. It means I can't cast another cantrip if I draw one, but I think that's fine. Just want to get this Emrakul out of the way. Next turn I can Clasm, get this Aberration down. The Ancient Tomb means they won't be able to pierce a Clasm. Yeah, obviously draw the Emrakul. Is JPA like the skill and show master, George? That is another Ancient Tomb, sure. Currently regretting getting our Sneak Attack seized. Oh, cool. Yeah, I think we might have played against him a day or two ago. Pretty soon we can hardcast Emrakul. We're currently at 9 mana. We're over halfway. Yeah. Yes, I'm letting that resolve. Mm-hmm. It's too bad we don't have Omniscience in our deck anymore. I don't know if playing out this Ancient Tomb's a mistake. It might just be a mistake. We never need that much mana, right? I just want to hold it for a Brainstorm. Yep. I'll play the Lotus Petal out though, and then pass the turn. I don't want to like play it on my combo turn into a Flusterstorm. Daze, sure. Also means they can't daze my Force. Should I end up casting the Force? Mm-hmm. That sneak and show life. Oh my god. That said, we don't know that the sneak attack would have resolved if we kept it, but... Okay. Let's try this one again. Lotus Petals are quite expensive right now. Like all the combo decks seeing play at the moment. Do you want to change anything? I don't think so. We definitely flooded out a bit that game, but I think we still want like a non-zero number of Lotus Petals against the Daze deck. Okay. Perfect hand, kinda perfect. I'll take it anyway. I'm gonna expose this to a wasteland. I've got a backup anyway. Means I can set up Brainstorm Tarn whilst being able to like pierce a cantrip maybe. Cool. Yep. That is a thing. I could try and get the sneak attack in play this turn. I think I'd like to do sneak attack with Spell Pierce backup later though. Maybe I'm just meant to jam, but... like if I jam and it goes badly... I still have Brainstorm. The problem is like using the fetch after brainstorming means I would lose my city. So I think I just want to pass here. If they fort sees me, I can hide the sneak attack too. You think I just slam it? I think it's fine to wait. I got Brainstorm to protect from a fort seize. I guess this way maybe they get to hold open a Spell Pierce or something, but always slam. Incoming reveal Spell Pierce, Brainstorm, okay. Exciting. Hey David. Do I want to Brainstorm now just to maximize my chance of having like the pieces I need to go off next turn? Because I think I would like to slam this next turn. Yeah, I can like find a force to protect my combo too, or an Ancient Tomb so that I don't lose my land post doing this. The second Lotus Petal is actually kind of nice. It lets me play around soft counter magic, right? I can probably shuffle away the Emrakul. Just getting a Griselbrand in play probably wins me the game. Realistically. It's going pretty well, David. Yeah. It's going pretty well. I think I can get rid of the Emrakul. Find, like, a backup piece of action. I should do this upkeep, obviously. Loose. I think I actually want a second Volk here, because I don't want them to be able to waste me off of red mana by getting an island. And I'm gonna have 2 Volks, so like a single wasteland doesn't take me off of stuff anymore now. Holy cow. Okay. Right. Sneak attack. Oh, you play Petal before land. You're correct. That makes sense. Okay, let this resolve. I don't want to expose myself to a daze if I don't have to. Obviously letting them dig for another force is sad, but... Oh, that's sweet, David. I hope that works out for you. Is that in London, David? Second force. Please don't daze me. I have one request. Do not daze me. Do not have double... Oh my god. Blech. Okay, okay. That's, pretty strong. Yep. Well then. Guess we had a slamming show and tell and crossing our fingers. Please no second days. Oh my god. Thank you. Alright, we're against the Lightning Bolt deck, so I'm just gonna chill. Rather than draw here. Skill and show is great. So that was like turn 4 through 3 pieces of disruption, right? Through force days. We know we're drawing in Abrade next turn, which is great. Because we can kill one of their threats now. We obviously want to attack to gain 7. Yeah, let's attack here. Gain 7. They do always have it, apparently. I prefer skill and show, but I guess sneak and skill works as well. Do I draw 7 now? They don't even have a red source. I'm gonna get to kill this aberration. Can hit my land drop. Maybe this is aggressive. Absolutely not. Cool. Noted. Duly noted. I mean, they could edict this. Hypothetically. Though we have this force now, so... Just gonna hold this Preordain for this force. Online is a fair amount cheaper than paper. It's still quite expensive though. Jeez. Oh my god. Alright. Alright. I guess this game is continuing a bit longer. I guess this game is not continuing any longer. I'm gonna put this stupid City of Traitors into play. Save myself some life here. I could draw, like... There is an yeah, I can only have... I could have, like, tarned and tried to draw into an Emrakul to kill them this turn. I think it's fine just to do it this way, though. I think they're not... Oh, wait, I can't even do that, right? Because I have to gain life before I can draw cards. Yeah. So, I have to... This is just better because it saves me life. Yep. I got there. Okay. I recommend drawing Cabal Therapy. If I could recommend one thing to you, it involves drawing Cabal Therapy. And being very smart. Spaghetti monster's so sneaky. Put in more than one Emrakul. Alright, so skill and show got there in its first match. This is every bit as derpy as I'd hoped. Oh my god. This is great. Match 2. Again, no combo pieces. We have, like, cantrips. I don't know. This hand feels close to me. Yeah, Arena exists. It's still quite expensive to play Standard. It's, like, probably similar to play Standard. Yeah, I think I don't like this hand much. We do have a Brainstorm. We have, like, Ponder into Brainstorm, right? I think my inclination is to keep this. But I could see that being wrong. Yeah. If we hit a fetch off the Ponder, it's fine. You just ship anything without a single combo piece? Okay. I trust that like you're both just completely off this hand. It's probably correct to ship. This is better. We're like one half of the way there. I'm kind of interested in another land, but I'm going to be pondering turn 1. I guess if I just keep this, then I can just save the ponder until turn 2. Or I can like even brainstorm on turn 2, right? Yeah, I'm just going to keep this on top and play my fetch land and pass. Alright, I don't see any reason to brainstorm right now. I guess I could hit another can. I guess I might as well. I'm a bit worried about them having like a Flusterstorm or something, but this is probably fine. I just want to like start assembling my combo. Flusterstorm incoming. Spell Pierce. Yeah. Yep. So I'm just gonna get an island here because a lot of these decks have been playing back to basics recently. I don't really want to lose all my mana to back to basics. That is a pair of show and tells. So I can do show and tell with force backup next turn. If it goes wrong, I probably lose the game. But I think it's worth it. Just gonna go all in. Casting this in my next turn ups Flusterstorm count, but I don't think that matters. Because the Flusterstorm's still going to counter the show and tell anyway. So I might as well just ship. Yeah, we are being very sneaky today, Arcan 11. Petal fully gives the game up. Yeah, that makes sense. Alright, we're going all in here, but doing this now plays around like Snap Fluster, plays around them. I guess they can still cast Jace by putting in a land drop. But I think this is our best shot, is just to go for this now before they have any more time. Alright. Don't Jace me, don't Terminus me, don't Verdict me. Looking for a Terminus, I see. Please don't find it. Please just shuffle. Shuffle your damn library. They shuffled their library. Oh my god. Don't do it. Don't. Don't. We're so lucky. Truly the best skill and show player. Oh my god. This is great. So we want this stuff, right? Not really interested. I guess Pyroclasm maybe. They could have Containment Priests on their board that we need to be able to answer. I think I'm going to bring in Chasm. Containment Priest is scary. Cut all the petals, because I think typically the games are going to go slower than that. But especially post-board, they're going to have a lot more interaction. Emrakul seems like our worst threat by a lot. We'll probably cut a city on the similar basis that games are going to go slower post-board. What else do we want to cut as the final card? Could just cut the other city, honestly. It's not like they have Wasteland or anything. Games are just going to go much slower, I feel like. This seems fine. Seems less than fine. Seems, as they say, dece. Agree. I don't think I'm interested in that. I have 2 pieces of action already. I feel like there's an extent to which you probably can never have enough action in this matchup, because you just need to keep jamming, but... Yeah, Chris, we decided to learn our enemy, so here we are. I almost just want to hold up Flusterstorm, rather than get my cantrip countered, but... Yeah, I guess I want to save this to protect my spells rather than to hit their cantrips. This is great. If you stare long enough into the abyss, it will stare back at you. So Herzoggian. So, this means they must have a Flusterstorm or something in their hand, right? They left up Arid Mesa 2 turns in a row. I feel like they'd have flustered our Ponder. If they could have, though. I feel like they'd have flustered our Ponder, so maybe I'm wrong. You'd rather do Legacy hang-ins. Oh my god. When do I want to do this? If I do this now, they get to fluster me. It's not great. Yeah, we want all these cards. That's true as well. We just want to like hit our land drops for now. There's no rush. I agree. I'm pretty off Esper. I think Esper Stoneblade is not very good, sadly. We know there's a redundant show and tell we're drawing next turn, but I guess that's fine. Yeah, Esper just wasn't great at all. Agree. Hey, Leviathan. Second show and tell is gas, yeah. I think I agree with that. I think I'm gonna Brainstorm here. Like, there's a chance they fight over this. It's like tempting to save it. We're gonna be using up our fetch land next turn just to like slam a show and tell as part of the problem. Yes, we just rolled it. We'll find another fetch land later. This game's gonna go on ages. Yeah. Untap jam. I think I like untap jam. I'd like trade this with a counterspell. Wow. What the hell? You don't like using our fetch for this? That's fair. I feel like over the next like four or five cards there's a decent chance we find a fetch. They ended up using a force instead. Like, they just don't have a Flusterstorm, which is pretty unreal. I can't quite believe that. So, like, it worked out, but yeah, they had to force. It's absurd. They're gonna play Jace. Fair. If they have Jace, though, they need to have another force to stop us getting a Griselbrand in next turn. And we couldn't beat Jace anyway with this Flusterstorm, so... Holy shit. Alright, that's a thing. Now regretting having the second show and tell in hand. Jeez. I guess the Omnisciences in our deck are now just force fodder. There you got all four of them. Okay, okay. I want to live in that dream world, Raisin. On the plus side, we get to F6 now because they know we don't have force. F6ing is great. Silver linings and all that. Yeah, I agree. It just gets judgmented. Right, George? Seems awkward. The fact they have a Volk in their deck means they're much less likely to have back to basics. So we can fetch Volks more aggressively instead of islands in the future. Because, like, obviously at the moment we can't go, like, Ancient Tomb Sneak Attack because we've been fetching islands to play around back to basics. Jesus. This Boseiju is pretty garbage right now. Right? Boseiju's garbage because we've lost show and tells. We have Through the Breach. So we'll still make Through the Breach uncounterable, but we only have 2 of them in the deck. So I think I'm kind of off it. Maybe this is fine. Maybe this is better than the Ancient Tomb. I could see that being the case. You think the Tomb's better? Oh, let's just go Sneak Attack plus Fluster plus Activation, right? Yeah. Yeah, Tomb's better. Agree. So I guess we leave the Tomb on top. We can pass the turn after playing the Tarn and just draw the Tomb. Yeah, we think the opponent can't have too many counters because they used a force on a show and tell. And show and tell is like the easiest piece of action in our deck for them to counter. Because of Flusterstorms and such. Although they have drawn a lot of cards with predicts in the meantime. So it's not impossible they found some better counter magic since. I mean, we have the Fluster to protect it through one counter spell, right? That's like something. Yeah, exactly. It's such a shame I can't get Taxium Probe to find out. I know, right? It's so unfortunate. Alright, we're gonna draw this first card. And then we can shuffle away the Boseiju if we end up not wanting it. What are they gonna do here? Snap Surgical something? Don't understand. Snap Brainstorm. Oh, looking for counter magic, sure. Deal. I think we just let this resolve. Can Flusterstorm what they find. Holy cow. Oh no, they could have a disenchant, but we have the Flusterstorm for a disenchant. Alright. I would like to activate my sneak attack. Jeez, magic's so easy. We have no Lotus Petals, so we might as well just attack. And then activate post-combat. They could be planning on a Council's Judgment on the sneak attack now. We have Force and Fluster. Apparently the opponent just doesn't have anything, which is fairly absurd. Do I want to activate again? Find another Force? I don't have an Emrakul yet, so I think I actually want to activate again. I go down to 9, but they can't really punish me for that. I think it's reasonable just to activate this again. Discard some garbage and may instead. This has not been the fairest game of Magic, I'll give it that much. So many Brainstorms, jeez. Definitely discarding this Omniscience. don't really want them to be able to surgical these. Maybe I should have, no, I want to hold up Fluster, right? Yeah, we need the breaches, potentially. We don't need the grid. We could almost just get rid of the land. I have, like, what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I have so much mana. Just get rid of the land. It makes my Brainstorm worse, but... Get rid of the Brainstorm. I feel like I can just get rid of some cantrips. My hand's already great, right? I just need a blue card for force and then I'm fine. Alright, I think I like this hand. Oh, that's sweet, Orim. Keeping the Leovold dream alive. I think 2 counterspells is the norm. Orim. Do I force this? Do I even care? I guess I, like, might as well force. I think it's kind of hard for forcing this to go badly for me. I have not tried that out yet. It looks fine, but we ended up beating it earlier, which was pretty hype. Sick! We are 2-0 with Skill and Show. I almost called it Sneak and Show. I almost called it the wrong name. I'm gonna get some water. We'll hop into our third match and keep putting big things into play. Formats do just get blocked by Deathrite Shaman. It's a real shame, really, when you think about it. It's Unfair says GG's. Where's It's Un... I feel really derpy that I don't know whose It's Unfair is. I am bad at Modo. Modo handles. Oh, sweet. Cool. Thank you for pausing the stream. I appreciate it. The second game was pretty cool. Fighting through the surgical. All the Miracles players are here, yeah. Awesome, that's good to hear. Knowing that I was playing against someone who knows what they're doing is encouraging. Hey there, Mafioso. Seems like a mulligan. Alright. Into that crossing the fingers life. Do you want a sneak attack? I guess if the show and tell gets countered, I just want a backup, right? Oh, I'm against Miracles? Cool. That is good to know. Oh, just pass the turn. I guess there might be an argument for leading on Tarn to, like, shuffle away sneak attack if we don't end up wanting it, but I don't know how likely that would be. Lotus Petal, go. What? I don't really know what that means. I'm not gonna lie. Lotus Petal is weird in Miracles, correct. I'm just jamming. Let's find out what's going on here. No permanents to put in. Okay. Guess I could draw now to hit like Lotus Petals for casting Spell Pierces. It's Belcher. Okay. Yeah, I think I like drawing like some here to try and find some Lotus Petals. This point I probably pass. Can still draw into Force if I need to. Some risky Storm hand, yeah, it could be that. I don't want to put myself... I was worried about putting myself too low against Tendrils. Is the reason why I'm not putting myself to 6. I don't know if that's correct or not, but I'm like legitimately worried that if I go down to 6, I could just get Tendrilled out even through a Force. Like, yeah, exactly. I don't want to die to a baby tendrils. It just doesn't seem worth it. I have no idea if this is correct or not, but holy cow. Wait, what? They just didn't have a big threat to put in. How is that realistic? I do not understand this game. I am quite confused. Just the nut low reanimator hand. I imagine their hand was a mulligan, I agree. If we lose this somehow. Alright, alright. It is a dark ritual. What do I do here? If I draw 7, I can find Force to stop this. But in exchange, they can Fort Seize me with their mana. You think we just go for a Force? Like, them being able to Fort Seize us post Griselbrand is problematic. Yeah, we probably just still draw 7. Agree. Okay. Wow, double Force, just easiest life. Couldn't be easier. Okay. Reanimator. Let's bring in these. Let's, So show and tell only works if we find an Omniscience, right? Otherwise we can't do it. So we could just take out these 6 cards. I don't know how reasonable that is. And bring in Breaches. Why would we board out Griselbrand? I don't understand that. I don't know, this might be extreme, but my inclination is just to take out Show and Tells and Omnisciences. Yeah, Show and Tell feels really dodgy in this matchup, agreed. They can just discard our Griselbrand and reanimate it, but I don't feel like we can board out Griselbrands, so then we can't win the game. I think I like this. Like, just hitting them for 15 with a sneaked Emrakul, it's not gonna get there most of the time. Like, they can just they only need like one land to combo. Seems reasonable. Board out all your threats, cast sneak attack, activate it. Oh, did I not? I thought I boarded in Breach, right? Yeah, I did. Oh, this is an easy mulligan. We have lots of cantrips, but we have no interaction, no forces, no Leyline. This is an easy keep. I just want to bottom that. I want to find lands for the sneak attack, right? It's nice having like a backup threat in case they Fort Seize the Griselbrand, but they probably just Fort Seize the sneak. Unless they have a reanimate, in which case, like, we're losing anyway. Flusterstorm. I like it. I'm just going to pass the turn. Yeah, I saw that, Chris. That was delightful. That was delightful. They can reanimate our Griselbrands, or they can... Sometimes they have a green splash, so they can get rid of Leylines. With, there's the green spell that you can cast for like 0 mana. If you have a forest, I think. Reverent Silence, that's the one. Yeah. Yeah, sometimes they have Reverent Silence to get rid of Leyline. They can also use Stronghold Gambit against some decks when there's a Leyline in play, but that's not as reliable against our deck, obviously. Yeah. I mean, we're not mulling to Leyline every game, though. If we keep a functional hand, if we have a functional hand with a Force of Will, we're not mulling to a Leyline. And, like, we actually just need Griselbrands to be able to win the game, right? You'd like to go all in on Emrakul plus Omni instead of Sneak Attack next game? I guess Showing Telling and Emrakul could just get there a lot of the time. I could see that being the case. That's really interesting. That is really interesting. Yeah. I kind of like that plan. It's kind of difficult because we only have the 2 Omniscience, but there'll be times when we can still just show and tell Emrakul, and that'll probably be good enough. Yeah, this is interesting to me. I think I like this. Do I want the Jace over one of the sneak attacks? If we're doing this, since the sneak attacks are not great in this plan. Alright, I think I like this plan. I think this plan's more coherent. He will go first. Keep. Reverent Silence is all enchantments. I cannot spell Reverent. Excuse me a moment. Give me a moment. Reverent Silence. MTG. I'm just wondering if we only put the 1 Leyline in. Yeah, we only put the 1 Leyline in, right? Because of Reverent Silence being there. Interaction, cool. Awesome. Just pass with Fluster up. See ya, Arcan 11. They could just be on Muerta, true. I feel really smart right now. I'd like to Flusterstorm. This is where they cast a Dark Ritual. Okay. That worked out. We're on a lot of life right now. I'll say that much. Oh, alright, I guess we have no hand. On a positive note, they only have at most 2 Reverent Silences left in their deck. So, we have that going for us. I think I want to play out a 4th land. Show and tell. Put in my Leyline of the Void. Oh my god. This is so stupid. Okay. I guess there were 3 Reverent Silences in their top 14 cards. Yeah, yeah. Apparently. I don't know that we can... Oh, yeah, we have a single Jace in our deck, right? So we can actually beat this Blazing Archon. Draw Jace immediately. That's basically a Jace. I think I like this post-board plan more than the one we had for game 2 though. I think this is much more coherent. Just like, obviously didn't work out. A Whipply tentacled Jace. Oh my god. Alright, well... that was a game that happened. That was certainly a game that happened. The slightly sad thing is, if we do that sideboard plan for game 2, we probably end up winning that game 2. Because they probably don't board in Reverent Silences until they've seen the Leylines. I assume. Hey other autumn, I guess. Since there is already an other autumn. Keep. This is this is a thing. Which one are we putting in? In the dark. I assume it's Griselbrand in the dark. You just put in Emrakul game 1? Okay. Can respect that. They did not have a permanent to put in. They did not want to. They didn't want us to know that what they're on. Yeah, they're just hiding info. Yep, yep. All right. That was a game. That was an abrupt game. Do you want to do anything in the dark, or do we just run it back? Tempted to just run it back. You're gonna do a hot take and say they're on elves. Oh my god, man. Whatever, I don't know what they're playing. I'm not gonna dilute our deck here. In before death and taxes. This is probably fine. I've got a Preordain. Preordain fixes everything. Blue-red Delver. I mean, I do need an Emrakul at some point. I think I'm actually not jamming next turn. Kinda want to be able to play around days with my show and tell. And then I can go show and tell playing around days, sneak attack, providing I like draw a land in that time frame. Yeah, days is real, for sure. Spell Pierce. Okay. I'm just gonna play this fetch. They play Price of... I guess they bought out Price of Progress against us. I don't... Blue-red Delver doesn't play Wastelands, does it? I don't think it does. I'm like reasonably sure Blue-red Delver doesn't run Wasteland. Cool. I'll just play this then. Upkeep Brainstorm. I guess their deck wants to use Brainstorms proactively anyway because of Swift Spear. Ponder, sure. Alright, next time we have to start jamming. We're under quite the clock. Perfect draw. Perfect draw. Alright. Yes, I'm doing this. Yeah. That's really good. Okay. I suspect we're dead. You get that sneaking suspicion. We need to draw a land in order to even sneak attack them next turn, and then we don't have Spell Pierce backup. That's fair, Mafioso. I can play this all the time, but I'm kind of enjoying it. Okay. They have to have something in hand, but I guess I do this anyway. I'm not technically dead. I'm just like 99% dead. I guess I have to draw... yeah. They're just gonna have a bolt. or a Ponder or a Brainstorm or anything. Yeah, once or twice is fine. I wouldn't want to play this all the time, but wanted to give it a try. 1 is indeed not 0. Okay, blue-red Delver. So we want this Abrade and these Clasms just to like stop their early aggression. And take out these Omnisciences. Honestly wouldn't hate the Boseiju. I don't know if defense grid's a bit slow, but I could bring in that as well. I could just do the same boarding as against Grixis Delver. Grixis Delver is quite a bit slower though. But what was our boarding against Grixis Delver? I think we trimmed on cantrips a tiny bit. I can't actually remember what else we cut. Because like cutting Petal seems bad against the Daze deck. We need to cut 3 cards still. They don't have Wasteland. So we could maybe trim like a land. Since we're bringing in the Boseiju. Wouldn't mind cutting like one of the colorless lands. City doesn't deal us damage, and they're like a bolt deck, so I think that's fine. And with the Clasms and Abrade, we're looking to play a slightly slower game, so I think trimming 1 petal is fine, even if the petals are still pretty good against Daze. Let's try this. This is good. Keep. I'm just gonna pass with Spell Pierce up, I think. And like pierce a cantrip. If they don't play a threat turn 1. Gain more info before I cast my Ponder. It's not like I'm casting Show and Tell next turn anyway. Yeah, I could save this Pierce to protect one of my pieces of action, but slowing them down seems good. Like stopping them from setting up nicely. Jeez. That is a city. That's actually kind of decent. Let's just Ponder here. Emrakul plus Force. Right, this is a nice Ponder. We definitely want the Emrakul. We can decide on the Force. It's, oh, you'd have gone City Show and get the sneak attack in play? That's interesting. And then you're still able to jam sneak attack the turn after? That's kind of legit. George, I could see that being decent. Wow, they're just desperately trying to find interaction here. I assume this means their hand is like interaction light. No, they'd have probably played a threat on turn 1 at least. Or maybe their hand is interaction heavy, and they just don't have any threats to play. That makes more sense. That makes way more sense. Jeez. Sure, sure. I think I'm shuffling away at this force. So my plan is to go show and tell next turn anyway. Yeah, them not having a threat is very good. Means even if this goes wrong, we're still in like a great position. Interesting. Oh wow. Just resolves. Am I putting in the sneak attack or the Emrakul? I can just Emrakul in here. I think I want to just put the Emrakul in though. Obviously I can attack with the Emrakul this time. I just don't... They don't have any way to remove it, right? They just have no way to remove this. Or shouldn't do. How did they not have... I guess maybe they had a daze or something. They're just casting all this, all of these to find interaction then. They could have a Vapor Snag. They could have a Vapor Snag. Vapor Snag is awkward against Emrakul, but... You could... what's it called? You could Spatial Contortion Emrakul 5 times. That deals with Emrakul. I wonder if that's ever happened. I wonder if anyone in the world has Spatial Contortioned Emrakul 5 times. They could have an Ornithopter, Vapor Snag it, Moonlace the snag, then redirect it onto Emrakul. Mike broke it. That's great. That's so great. This deck is somewhat obnoxious. I think it's fair to call this somewhat obnoxious. What was the loss? We lost to Reanimator. Because they reanimated our Griselbrands. Okay, I chose to not shuffle, but we drew a Force of Will because we are very lucky, so I am just jamming. This deck is honestly slightly upsetting to me. Emrakul or Griselbrand against Volcanic Island. Apparently so, JVD. If they're like a Delver deck, they're gonna lose to the Griselbrand anyway. Yeah, I think I prefer Griselbrand. It's better against if they're if they're like sneak and show themselves too, since we can draw into force that way. Put in Volcanic, they'll never expect it. Oh my god. I just draw 7 now to hit Lotus Petals. They can't kill me from 11 anyway. I guess they could quad bolt me now, but this is fine. Go ahead. Okay. What are we putting them on? They obviously have counter magic, so we can still just bring in this stuff and without really knowing what they're doing. I don't know, I'm inclined to put them on some sort of Delver deck again, I think. I'm inclined to put them on a Delver deck. So I could just run back the sideboarding from last match. Yeah, this deck's something, Charlotte. It is certainly something. I'm going to board in a couple of these. I'm not going to go overboard until we know they're on Delver, but I think bringing in a few pieces of interaction is fine. And then if they are definitely on Delver, we can bring in the other Clasm too. You think they're on something slower? Interesting. I guess if they were on Delver, they might have put a threat in play off the show and tell. That's fair. That's fair. That kind of makes sense, George. I think I'm just going to pass the turn with Fluster up here. Maybe counter a cantrip. Gladly. Alright, they're probably just going to ship the turn back with their own Fluster up to interact with whatever we do. I guess I can just cast my Ponder. If they Fluster it, I will probably Fluster back. since we're looking for action at the moment. That just resolves. I could draw another show and tell, or I could shuffle this. I'm inclined to just shuffle this. And I think I'm just going to ponder again right now, because I'd like to be able to jam show and tell next turn, potentially. They are on a Delver deck. Interesting. This is fine. Getting the days out of the way now is good for us. We've still got plenty of time. They've got no threats in play. Glad I searched up basics against them. I don't have anything to put in yet, but we can find one in the next couple turns, hopefully. When I said I wanted to jam the show and tell next turn, I meant if I could find a threat, which is why I cast the Ponder, like looking for a threat. Interesting. Force their Ponder. Be aggressive. And it's a goose. That's not too threatening. It's going to take a long time for that to kill us. Alright, the goose is quite loose. That it is. Kind of want to main phase crack this. We have Brainstorm in our deck. I definitely don't want to run the Volk into a Wasteland, and I'm a bit worried about Stifle. I don't know how many Stifles they'd leave in against us, though. I'm inclined just to crack this. I think if we draw a Brainstorm, we have a really high chance at winning the game anyway, since that's 3 extra looks towards a threat. Yeah, lots of people are playing it online at the moment, Charlotte. It is pretty popular right now. I will take 1. Nice Wasteland deck, I know, right? Interesting. I'm going to continue holding this land. I don't want them being able to Wasteland me. There is an argument for jamming a show and tell here. But if my opponent calls, or just doesn't have interaction, then it works out pretty badly for me. Yeah, I was wondering that, Schultz. Not really sure. Like, not sure what's correct there. Preordain Delver versus lands, I have no idea. Preordain Delver does run, guess this resolves. Preordain Delver does run multiple Price of Progress, which has to be good for it. It also runs lots of basics, but it doesn't have Wastelands, which Grixis does have. Losing Wasteland seems pretty rough for it. So I'm not really sure which is favoured, but those seem like some of the big factors. Yeah, Blue Red Delver sometimes has Blood Moon in the board. It's like not unreasonable. They're gonna have Fresh next turn. One has to assume. Blue Red has Submerge. Yeah. Submerge isn't always ideal, but that's a 4/4. That turns off their 1/1. Heh. Amusing. I'm almost tempted to force this. They just have no clock then. Yeah, I agree, Kaylee. We force this and they have like nothing going on anymore. Seems great. I'm gonna keep both show and tells so I can just like jam them on back-to-back turns. Nice synergy, I know, right? For those of you considering running Hooting Mandrills instead of Tarmogoyf, consider otherwise. I don't know. I was not impressed by Hooting Mandrills when I tried out that deck. It seemed very awkward. Brainstorm. Hoots Magoots is fantastic. I was very unpleased by Hoots, but I know some people swear by them. I am not one of those people. I guess I'd rather put the show and tells on top in case they have surgical. Yeah, I agree completely, Kaylee. Like, playing around surgical a tiny bit here is nice. Sure. That is fine. Now we have a million threats, provided they don't have a surgical. Like, not everyone even boards in surgical in this matchup, so yeah, I'm just gonna keep doing this. Yeah, but if we keep them in hand and they surgical us, we lose 2 cards from our hand. Whereas this way, we'd only draw 1 in our draw step. If they were to draw step surgical, and we'd have 1 extra card in our hand. So we get to keep an extra card in hand. That way, if they have a surgical. And they shuffle away the sneak as well. Yeah, exactly, table. Wasteland. Could actually lose this. could actually lose this. They don't need much to win this game now. I mean, never not jamming. We've already been through 2 dazes, so... Yep. This game is kind of brutal. Why not just hardcast days? Returning a land to hand could be relevant for Brainstorm, potentially. Could be part of the reason. Also, it means they can play around... It means they can float a blue mana in case they want to, like, spell pierce something, which is unlikely to come up, but... Have I tried the Bombardment deck that did well in the challenge? I have not. I assume that deck is not great, but might be wrong. It's something I'd like to try at some point, but probably not when I'm trying to prepare for the PT. Oh, please no Lightning Bolt. Opponent has 2 lands in hand. That is good to know. I think I'm just blocking with Griselbrand. If I cast Show and Tell, I guess my opponent didn't have a counter spell last turn. And they could have a Stifle for the sneak attack activation. Yeah, I think I'm just Show and Telling this in. Yeah, I think I agree with just casting Show and Tell here. If they have another threat, we still live because of the lifelink. I think I'd rather play around Stifle, because they could have counterspelled the sneak attack. If they had a counter that hits this. I guess this gets hit by Daze, specifically, which sneak attack didn't get hit by, because we can't tap the Ancient Tomb, but... Okay. Please don't bolt me. This plays around confusion. What? George. This is good for us. Can confirm, untapping with our 7/7 lifelinker, good for us. So we are never activating this thing. It's just a 7/7 lifelinker, that's all it does. And I am okay with that. Wow, opponent's flooding so badly. You think I should have activated Sneak? Fair. I just wanted to play around Stifle. Oh, if I should have activated Sneak that turn. No, you're right, you're right, you're right. Yep, 100% George. Agree, agree. Yeah. No, I agree completely, George. I should have done that. For sure. Not doing that was bad. Yeah, that was a really good call. I didn't think of that at all. Like we have a Lotus Petal for a second activation, so we have that going for us. Awesome. I'll take it. Oh, 4-1. 4-1 with skill and show. They did surrender. Alright, let's open one of these. Woo! That's worth money, right? That's worth actual money. I feel like that's worth lots. Oh my god. It's 50 tickets. And people tell you not to open these things. Oh my god. Alright, alright. And I think I'm done now. I think I'm done now. Azra Blade Seeker. Cool. I am the actual luckiest. It's true. It's true. Ah, skill and show.